So where can you buy a decent bottle of vodka for £1.15? Transnistria, the country you've never heard of. Officially it's considered to be part of Moldova, yet not a single one of the 193 UN member countries recognises Transnistria, not even Russia. The UK government advises against all travel to Transnistria. Yet this breakaway country that declared its independence from Moldova in September 1990 has its own parliament, national bank, its own currency, the Transnistrian ruble, its own flag, police force and border control. Heck, you even have to get a visa when you cross the border. So why go there? Well, it's like stepping back into the Soviet Union in the 1980s, with statues of Lenin everywhere, old World War II tanks, Soviet restaurants and of course lots of cheap vodka. We got a taxi from Chișinău to Tiraspol. The journey takes 1 hour 15 minutes and it costs £35 on the metre. You can get a minibus for £3.50, but it takes twice as long. The scenery on the way was a little bit flat, lots of vineyards, etc. You're not allowed to film when you get to the border crossing.
No, we just crossed the border into Tiraspol. I think it was smooth, no problem. Got on visas, got 2 days.
Once you cross the border, you'll notice that all the road signs change from Romanian to Russian. The first town you drive through is Bender. Then you cross the Dniester River before arriving in the capital, Tiraspol, which has a population of 135,000. We stayed at the 4-star club hotel that cost £35 a night for a twin room, and it was just a 3-minute walk from the town centre. The first thing you need to do when you get to Tiraspol is change your money, because your credit card and debit cards won't work here. You can get some Transnistrian rubles from the exchange in the Sheriff supermarket in the centre of town. Once you've got your rubles, you can check out the vodka prices in the supermarket.
Alcohol. £2.
Sorry?
It's like £2.
£2 for a bottle of vodka. Wheat vodka. 55 rubles. 55.80, 50. Ooh, cheaper down here, look. 42. Bottle of vodka. Oh, even cheaper. Vodka. A bottle of vodka here, look. £2.68. This is ultra cheap here. £25.80. I think we're going to buy one of them. Give it a go. So I've just been in the supermarket and bought this ½ litre of vodka, nice Russian vodka, for £1.10. About £1.10, £1.15. Super. So, have you got a spare hand?
Yep.
There you go, that's it. Just got to give it a...
You're not allowed to drink in the street.
Hey?
You're not allowed to drink in the street.
Not allowed to drink on the street?
No.
Oh, okay. I'll taste it later. I'll sniff it. I'm not drinking it.
So what's there to see in Tiraspol? Well, you can head over to Surreal Square and see the statue of Alexander Surreal. This chap was a famous Russian general in a war with Turkey, 1787. Then we have live entertainment in the park.
This is Transnistria's Got Talent. That's a children's theme park. And it is, how much is it? What's the cost?
15 rubles.
15 rubles, yeah.
Well, it's maybe
About
per
8.
ride.
Ah, per ride, yeah. You buy tickets and go on whatever ride you want. So, rides are sort of 50p each.
On the other side of the road we have the Memorial of Glory and this lovely T-34 World War II tank. Next to that is the internal flame surrounded by war graves of Transnistrian heroes. All the people in this section died in the 1992 War of Independence with Moldova. This section has been split into two, remembering World War II deaths on the left and the independence deaths on the right. As you can see, there were a lot of people who died in the Transnistrian War of Independence. Here we have the Transnistrian Parliament with a statue of Comrade Vladimir Lenin. Most of the old USSR countries tore down their statues of Lenin, but here in Transnistria it takes pride of place outside the Parliament. Did you know that despite being landlocked, Transnistria has its very own sandy beach on the side of the Dnieper River, complete with its very own lifeguard tower?
Beautiful sand. My wife always dreamed of going to a place with beautiful white sand, so now I know where to bring her.
Not great for sunbathing though, because you just roll in.
You roll in, yeah, it's a bit steep. Mind you, well, the sun's, you'd have to lie upside down because the sun's the opposite direction. All the blood's going to run to your head, but other than that, super. Go for a swim then? You brought your swimming trunks, didn't we?
Go back and get them.
We'll go back and get them and go for a swim.
Dive off the bridge.
Yeah. Oh. You finally went in the river. Didn't stay in there long. I think she just went in there because she needed a pee or something. There's no trees.
English?
English, how are you?
My Russian. Russia.
Russian?
My name is Dima.
Privet.
Assalamu alaikum.
Andrei.
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 Oh yeah.
Pia, you are?
Ryan.
Lisa.
Isa?
Lisa.
I'm
Vanna.
Hello, say hello, my lovely Transnistrian friends.
Video.
So, video. YouTube.
There are loads of restaurants to choose from in Tiraspol, but a couple of interesting ones worth visiting are Back in the USSR and Cantina USSR. Back in the USSR is the most popular themed restaurant, with pictures of Lenin decorating the walls, and the place is full of interesting Soviet memorabilia. The restaurant serves good quality Russian and Ukrainian food, which you can wash down with a few vodkas. It does however get rather busy at lunchtimes and in the evenings. Cantina USSR is more of a cafe. We went there for breakfast. It's a bit harder to find as it's in a basement. It has a cosy feel, but I love the decor, but the food was better back in the USSR. It's a bit more cosy, isn't it? Yum, 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 yum. This is pork with cheese on top. Chicken. So lots of pictures of Lenin, but not so many pictures of Stalin still hanging up on the wall. Moving on, in the centre of town we have Catherine the Great Park, to right of which is Cathedral Pond, so named because it sits in front of the Christmas Nativity Cathedral. Sounds like there's a service in full swing because you can hear the speakers broadcasting it across the park. This is the Tiraspol mini fort, which is some kind of model village. You'll be pleased to know that the entry is absolutely free. It's nothing like a fort, although it does have a couple of life-size cannons which appear to be aimed at the cathedral.
Military village.
They're oddly spaced out.
Yeah, they are a bit.
Just down the road from the Christmas Nativity Cathedral is Green Market, so named because it's green. I imagine it could be a really interesting place to visit, however we turned up after 4 PM and most of the traders had packed up and gone home. There's a trader selling honey. And another one. And another selling fruit. It's a shame we left it so late because this place is listed on the visitors map as a place of interest.
This is Victoria Park on sort of near the edge of town. Children's attractions and things in there. Little amphitheatre. Soviet big wheel. This gives the impression this is a safe country with very little crime because we haven't seen any police really, and things are just left out on the street. Nobody about. Nobody's going to steal it.
In the centre of the park is a statue of Gutowski. He was a Soviet military officer and a political activist, and a participant in the Russian Civil War. He made a career from being a gangster, bank robber, and eventually become a Red Army commander. And in Transnistria, he's worshipped as a hero.
This is interesting. You got a block of flats, and they got vegetable patch right outside on the side of the road. There's another little example of a block of flats, side of the road, and somebody's planted a little garden. A load of bulbs there. This is Ryan daydreaming, wishing he could have a lovely car like this. Super. It's like going back in time, isn't it? Amazing piece of kit. Local bus.
Super fun.
Sorry?
Super fun.
Super fun, yeah. Loads of seats. Strap in front of the door is the door mechanism. When the driver wants to shut the door, he pulls the strap.
watch carefully. That's what we call high tech. Well, that concludes my trip to Transnistria. We got a taxi back to Chișinău for £26. Would I come again? Yes, definitely. It's quite an interesting place. People are really, really friendly. Well worth a visit.